Two. Hey everyone, this is Marcellus right here, or you know me as Mars Boss, and we are at my church, High Calling Ministries, in Prince George's. No.
Prince George's Boulevard.
Yes. I know how to get here. I do know how to get here. I do know that. Upper Marlboro. But I am here with a great friend of mine, Michi Jeffers. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. We are here, and we are talking about finances today. Do you know about your finances? Are you aware of where you put your money, how to spend your money, and what you need your money for? So, Ms. Jeffers, how did you find out about finances? What got you into finances?
So what actually got me into finances through a very dear friend of ours, Sean Solms, and he just happened to be sharing with me one day about financial literacy. Free financial literacy workshops.
Right.
So at the time I was newly retired, and I thought, well, the least I can do is go and check them out.
Right.
And I kept going back because I kept getting phenomenal information I had never heard of before.
Right.
And that led to me being where I'm at today as a financial advocate for those who need and want to learn how money works.
Okay. So what are misconceptions that we have specifically towards minorities? What are misconceptions we have towards finances and money?
So some of the misconceptions that we have as a people towards finances and money, number one is we learn from the observations of those before us. We learn about how to get up and go to work,
Yes.
work hard, but not necessarily work towards a particular goal. The only goal that we learn of is working to pay the bills.
Yes.
And repeat.
And repeat.
And that's it.
And we are in debt.
Yes, and we are in debt because we want to work towards the finer things, the clothes, the cars, the homes. Nothing is wrong with those things. But what about the future? What about when you need money for retirement?
Right.
What about when you need money for long-term care, medical care?
Y'all listening? All right. So what are things that I can do today, you can do today, that our people can do today, the world can do today, to help them be better with their money, with their finances?
Some of these things are really simplistic, and some of us already know what they are. Number one, make small changes to get big money. So what that means, for example, is if you're a Starbucks fan or a coffee fanatic,
right,
and you know that one person that loves to get that cup of coffee, they have to have that cup of coffee before they do anything in the morning,
yes,
on their way to work every day. So perhaps you can figure out what it is that you can alleviate from your routine that will help you save money. I guarantee you, just one cup of coffee, if you cut back on one cup of coffee over 30 days, that's already probably $300 a month.
$300 a month. Do you
$300
know that you're spending $300 a month on Starbucks or your favorite muffin in the morning? Meet you. What are the tools that we can utilize, that we can put our hands on? Apps, books, websites. Where can we find these things?
Well, first of all, I already mentioned about the free financial literacy workshops. So we actually have an office in Greenbelt, Maryland, and we actually teach free financial literacy workshops every Monday and Thursday nights between 7 and 9 p.m. And we also have a book that's called Saving Your Future.
Okay.
That has a ton of information in there, very generic and basic information about almost anything financial, from increasing cash flow to debt management, the difference between a traditional IRA versus a Roth IRA, Medicare versus Medicaid, tax advantage versus tax later, etc., etc. And there's also another book out there. It's called Stress-Free Retirement by Patrick Kelly, as well as How to Retire Tax-Free.
Jesus. I
Yes.
think, so a lot of us don't know about the taxes. These classes would teach us all about
Yes.
that. What are minorities' bad habits?
The bad habits that I've seen growing up and that I've even had to deal with and challenge myself to overcome is having a mindset of being in debt versus developing a mindset of being debt-free. So because we come from families that have worked hard to build things and to give us something, we have carried on that mindset of wanting the tangibles, wanting the fancy cars and the fancy clothes.
Yes.
And we don't think about wealth. We don't think about what it really means to build a financial foundation.
We don't.
We don't.
Majority of us don't.
Yeah.
So what are good habits? What are good building blocks for us to be more aware, for us to have a better future?
Very simple. There are two things that come to mind. The first one is getting the knowledge
Right.
and applying that knowledge.
Okay.
But before you can get the knowledge, you first have to break down a wall of pride, because many times I will try to share financial literacy with people and they'll say, I'm good.
Yes.
Well, what does that really mean?
Right.
You don't really know if you're good or not. You're not good with $750,000 in the bank when you could have $750,000 building up compound interest for you,
Yes. Yes.
tax-free.
Can you elaborate on compound interest?
Yes, I can. So there is a particular formula out there invented by Albert Einstein called the rule of 72. And what that means is you take any number and divide it by 72. And whatever that number is a particular rate of interest. Whatever number is you're left with, that is the number of years it takes for your money to double. So let's say, for example, you have a banking account with whatever bank it is. Let's say your bank, by their grace and kindness, they actually give you a rate of interest at 1%.
Right.
Any number divided into 1 is itself.
Right.
So let's say you have $1,000 in the bank. You divide that number by 72. It will take 72 years for $1,000 to double to $2,000. That's the power of compound interest.
Did you know that?
I just learned it last year at 47 years old. And that's what trips us up.
Yes.
We don't understand the rate of interest. So open up your mind and be willing to learn, because you're never too old to learn.
Right. Never too old.
Never too old to learn.
Awesome. So, you got anything?
Please do come and check out our free financial literacy workshops.
Okay.
And if you want to know more information, feel free to inbox me at Meechie Jeffries, MEECHIE JE, F as in Frank, F as in Frank, ERIS @gmail.com.
Awesome. Any other social media that we can check you out on?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Meechie Jeffries, that is my name. You can also email me, as said before. And I am also on Instagram.
Instagram?
Yes. And LinkedIn.
LinkedIn?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us this information today.
Thank you for having me.
And we are looking forward to you guys coming and seeing her at these classes or checking her out on social media, getting the information. You can also come to my website, mossbossco.com.
Yes.
Check me out on YouTube. You will see this video on YouTube. You'll see it on Facebook. You'll see it on LinkedIn. You'll see it on probably everything. So, y'all remember that, Moss Boss Co. Love y'all. Have a great one. Thank you.